Welcome to General Biology Online. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the things you need to know in order to succeed in this course. My name is Sat Kavasa. You can reach me at my office in OE202, or you can call me in my phone during my office hours. And if you can leave a com or call me, then you can reach out to me via Canvas message. So I prefer Canvas message over email because when you send me a Canvas message, I already know in which course you're in and what section you're in. So it's going to be easier for me to answer your questions. I want to talk about the reasons for the way this course is structured. And it's inspired based on this survey that they did to employers. And they asked employers what skills they want to have in college graduates. And the top things that employers are looking for in college graduates are being able to communicate effectively, oral and written, be able to think critically, be able to analyze, be able to apply information to the real world, be able to solve complex problems, be able to make ethical decisions, be able to work in a team and collaborate, and be able to be creative and innovative and have some knowledge of science. And so all these are the things that we're going to be working in this course, and you will be developing these skills which are going to help you. It doesn't have to be a biology major. This is going to help you in whichever career you're going to be taking in your life. So all these skills are going to be important. And if you think about it, of what would your future job look like? Are you going to be in an auditorium listening to some lecturer talk for many hours and then just answer multiple choice questions on a bubble sheet? Most likely there is no job like that. Your job most likely is going to be involved working with a group of people from different backgrounds with different expertise and solving a problem that none of you have ever encountered, but trying to use all the information that you can have together. In today's world, that group is probably going to be meeting online, and you might not be being in the same space. You're probably going to be spread all over the world, and you'll be working with people with different cultures and different majors with different expertise, and all working together in an online environment trying to solve something that none of you have encountered. So this course is going to give you an experience in what that environment looks like. And one common misconception that students have about learning is they think that a class is something where you just attend the class and knowledge gets poured into you. But unfortunately, that's not how learning works. I mean, if it did, trust me, we would have do it that way instead. But unfortunately, the way learning works is really more like a gym. So school has like all the tools that a gym has in order to get an exercise. In this case, is workout for your brain. It's really you who has to be doing the weightlifting, right? So if you see here, the personal trainer is not the one holding the weights. So it's the same thing when we have a class. We design the exercises that students can do so that they will get the learning, but you guys are the ones who have to do the actual exercises, and the activities of this class are designed to help you learn and to take you to the steps that you would need to take in order to learn. But you need to do those steps. I cannot do those steps for you because if I do those steps, I will be the one learning, but that's not how you will be learning. And I already learned this stuff. So how to access this course? This is through Canvas, so you need to go through canvas.fiu.edu and log in with the same credentials that you use for your email. Go to Canvas and log in. And when you log into Canvas, you're going to see the home page. All the content is going to be in the page called Modules. So click on the Modules page, and that's where you will see the content. And then you'll have to scroll down to see all the content listed there. The first week is the introduction week, so you can see all the items for the introduction week, and then scroll down and you will see the items for the first module of content. So we have a typical module example, which would have the introduction to the module and then the content of the videos. And every module you can also have a Master in Biology assignment, and you can have a list of discussion questions. So let's look at an example of a module. When you click on the module, you will see chapters names, the chapter listed. Those are the online lectures. So actually click on those in order to access the online lectures. And when you click on that, the first thing you're going to see is the learning objectives. So those learning objectives, that's your study guide for that chapter. Those those are the things that the exams are going to be based on. So the exams are going to come from those items listed on the learning objectives. And actually, before the exams, you will be asked to work on the study guide, and the study guide is a compilation of all the learning objectives. So start working ahead of time and use those learning objectives as you watch the videos. It's very easy to space out, get distracted when you're watching the videos and not know what to pay attention for and what is important in the videos. So these learning objectives help you see what are the things that are important from each video and what are the things that you should be paying attention to. Take those learning objectives before you start watching the videos and use them to take notes as you watch the videos. So as you scroll down on this page, on the resources page, you will be able to see the mandatory video lectures. After you watch the videos that are assigned for those chapters, the next thing to do is to complete the Sapling assignment. Now you have the option between doing Sapling or doing PLTL. If you sign up for PLTL, then you attend your PLTL session that week. If you're not doing PLTL, then you need to complete the Sapling assignment for that week. So in order to sign up for Sapling, all you have to do is click on the Sapling link that is there for the Sapling assignment. You click on that link and it will take you to the Macmillan Learning sign up place. You will have to pay the price to subscribe to open your account with Sapling. Once you create your account, it will take you to the Sapling page and then you can complete the assignment there and your grades will be synced to Canvas. So the way to access Macmillan Learning is always through the Canvas links. If you try to access separate through a separate website, it's not going to be able to sync your grades to our Canvas course. So please use the links located on Canvas to access Sapling and sign up for your Macmillan Learning account. So once you complete the Sapling assignment or you attend your PLTL session, the next thing to do is to answer the discussion questions for each forum. So each forum has about 6 questions that you will answer on your own, and that is your first post. So every week for every module, there are going to be about 6 questions, and you will answer those questions by Thursday. Now, these answers don't have to be perfect. These answers are based on your understanding of the videos, on your understanding of reading the chapter, and the goal of these questions is more to get you started on thinking in the type of application questions that you will be asked to do for the quizzes and the exams. So this is really a preparation. They're graded based on completion basis. So you really have nothing to lose by just answering them honestly. I know it's very easy to just look up the answers in a website, but if you do that, you won't be getting the benefit that this exercise is intended for. So this is intended to give you that practice on how to use the concepts that you're learning and what are the types of questions that you will be asked on the quizzes and on the exams. So please use this opportunity to really think about it, think about the concepts, try to use them. You will gain more if you answer the question on your own and you get the wrong answer than if you just copy the answer, a perfect answer from somewhere else, because you will be gaining nothing from that. It's not going to train you to then answer those questions when it comes to that point. So please answer them honestly. They're going to be just graded on completion, so it's not a problem if you make a mistake. Once you answer those questions, you will get access to the answers that I'm posting. So every module I post the correct answers. Once you post your answers, you'll be able to access my answers. And you will use those answers in order to go back to what you answered initially and correct your answers. So explain why your answers were correct. If your answers were correct, don't just say my answer was correct, but actually say why it was correct, because I explained the process of photosynthesis. I included that photosystem 1 and does this, and I said photosystem 2 does this. So you have to be very specific. Or you have to say what things were missing. So you can say I did not include what the function of photosystem 2 is in the process, And now I know that photosystem 2 is the one that uses the energy from light in order to take an electron from water. So you have to be very specific. If you just say, oh, my answer is not correct because I didn't have enough detail, that is a vague answer. You have to be very specific. So once you do that, you do your first post, and then you look at the correct answers I posted, and then you do your second post. And the next thing to do is to take the application quiz. So all these things you've been doing so far are preparing you in order to be able to answer the questions on the application quiz. So that should be the last thing that you do. So every week you have to watch the videos or read the textbook. After that, then you complete the Sapling assignment or you attend your PLTL session. Then you answer the questions on the discussion board. Then you read the answers that I posted, and then you post your second post or your reflection post saying why your answer is correct or why it's incorrect, and being very detailed on why it is correct or what needs to improve. And once you do that, you will be ready to take the quiz. There are two options for the textbook. You can either get the free ebook from OpenStax. The link to download that is on the syllabus. It's completely free and is accessible online. You can order a printed copy if you want through the library, but that's gonna cost you some money. The other option is that you can buy the textbook from Pearson, the publisher, and the title of the textbook is Campbell Biology in Focus. This is different from the Campbell book that you might have heard from biology. This is a different version. It actually has nothing to do with the other Campbell biology book. So this one is Biology in Focus. And you can either use the third or second option. So if you find a used book, it's a cheap alternative. The difference between these two books is that the free OpenStax book is very brief. The information is there, is the same information, but the one in the free ebook from OpenStax doesn't have as many examples and it doesn't add as much context. Also, the graphs are not as nice as the ones from Campbell Biology in Focus. So I recommend that you, if you can, that you buy the Biology in Focus because it has better examples, it has better graphs, and it gives you a little bit more context. But if you cannot, then the information from OpenStax is exactly the same. There is, in the cases where there is not, then I will add a note on the resources for the chapter with additional readings that you would need to complete. So why do we have so many assignments? I know some students are used to online courses where they don't really have to do much, maybe a discussion post here and there, and then just give an opinion and that's it. But this is a science course, so this has a lot of information that you need to go through. It's also a foundation course, so this is general biology. This is where you're gonna see pretty much half of biology, because there's general biology 1 and general biology 2, and one you see half and then the other one you see the other half of biology. So it's really a lot of information and a lot of concepts that you need to learn well, either because you are a biology major and you're going to need this for your future biology classes, or because you're not a biology major and this is all the biology you will ever learn in your life. So you need to get a good foundation. So this is based on the steps that we need to take whenever we want to learn something. So we need to go through steps. And the first step is to be introduced to the new concepts, and that is called the exploration phase, where you're just trying to understand what it is. And the next phase is what is called the concept development, and that is when you can explain how that phenomena, how those processes work. So you're able to explain those. And the final one is when you're able to use that information and now apply it to a new situation. So that is the highest level of understanding, which is the application and integration. So we start with the exploration of understanding what the concept is, what the process is. And once you know what it is, you will be able to go to the next step, which is the concept development. So here you are explaining how it works. And once you can explain how it works, you'll be ready to do the next step, which is use that information now in a new situation, in a new context, to solve a new problem. So that exploration part is done with the online lectures and the textbook. So that's how you get introduced to the concepts. And then the Master in Biology assignments help you understand how things work and explain the phenomena. So that's what they're there for. And finally, the quiz, the homework questions, those discussion questions are the ones that are gonna get you started on thinking how to apply that information to a new situation. So the discussion questions are gonna give you a new hypothetical scenario or a case study, and you have to use the concepts that you've learned to apply to that new scenario. And that's how the quizzes and exams will be like. So that's why the homework questions are so important, because they are your training into that type of thinking. But you cannot do that type of thinking if you don't have the basis from the concept development, which is what you get from the Master in Biology assignments. So again, if you just get the answers from somewhere else, you will be missing this step, and that's going to make it very difficult for you to get to the next level. And the same thing if you're not watching the videos or reading the chapters before going to the mastering assignments, then you're not going to be able to use those assignments in the way that you're supposed to. So I really want to encourage you to go through the steps honestly, because this is how you will learn. And if you're taking this course, it's because you want to learn biology, and you're putting your time into this so that you can get the best education possible. So these are the steps that will take you to have a deep understanding of biology.